goal to put the Trojans on top 3-0. Second quarter, a good-looking 80-yard march by the UCLA Bruins, paid off with a 6-yard burst by Freeman McNeil. Johnson's kick good, and that's where we are, 7-3. And here's the play as it looks at the playbook on which McNeil scored. After you see that, then you'll have a look at the man doing it for real.
The execution by UCLA was as near perfect as I've seen. You've got to be effective on the pitch sweep if you're going to run the I formation. And McNeil is going to take the ball and go wide, and you're going to see a great block by number 22, Penaranda. He's going to knock All-American Ronnie Lott down on the ground, allowing McNeil to break outside and go into the end zone for the only touchdown of the ball game.
However, Ronnie Lott, being an All-American, did have one big play himself in that first half when he broke through, separated Jay Schrader from the football, and stopped another UCLA march.
We can see it from the left of your screen. All-American Ronnie Lott is going to make an All-American play as he goes right over the fullback, comes on into the backfield as Schrader attempts to pass the ball, tackles Schrader, strips him of the ball, and stops the UCLA threat.
And we go to the second half of play now with the Trojans kicking off to UCLA with JoJo Townsell and Dokie Williams. Dokie, a long jumper, a speedster back there deep along with Townsell, Keith Jackson and Frank Broyles, and we're ready to go. As we hope you enjoy this annual here on ABC. It is taken by Dokie Williams. Look out! Oh, he stumbled. He stumbled up on the 36. He falls ahead to about the 39. He brought it back 34 yards. I told you he could run. So here we'll go now with UCLA in pretty good shape up on their own 39, leading by a score of 7-3. We'll see whether or not USC tries to achieve something different in their defensive alignment. They haven't done much jumping around in their defense. They just take those big, strong people and send them after you. Bruins come up now with a split back. Freeman McNeil and Jairo Penaranda both had big first half. It's Freeman McNeil on the sweep to the left side, and he's got some help and got some room and got some yardage all the way to the 47. The offensive unit for UCLA, Schrader at quarterback here in the second half, replacing Ramsey, who started. McNeil, it is Penaranda and Bruno sharing the duties at fullback. Curran and Carney are your wide receivers. Offensive front, Christensen, Lee, Odie, Tautolo, Sharp, and Reitman. McNeil, 16 carries, 77 yards. Penaranda, 7 carries and 45 yards. Brian Darby is in, replacing Ussery defensively for USC. Bruins give him a little motion, but they give the football back to McNeil. Freeman diving for the first down, comes up a little bit short. As Dennis Smith and Ronnie Lott were there, the ball comes loose, and the Trojans have the football.
Keith, there's a penalty flag. I don't know who it's against, but that's in the secondary.
Hang on. William Love, the referee, will tell us about it. Lott came in and really hit him. Here's the call. It's a clip against UCLA.
Well, you mentioned Ronnie Lott again. He makes many dramatic plays throughout the football game, and that was another one that turned the game around a little bit right here.
That's a dead ball foul. Here it is.
Dead ball. Flipping. Defense. First down.
So the Bruins not only lose the football, they get nailed for 15 yards, and here's Southern California in business at the UCLA 33. And Scott Pensley. And Marcus. Back Allen DeLulo. Williams and Simmons are the wide people. Up front, Mose Bar Matthews, Hugh Foster, Van Horn, and Brunner. Bruins dancing around. They've got 5 men down in front. Give that ball to Marcus Allen again, and Allen runs into Morgan, the nose guard, and Avon Riley. Down he goes. Joe Gary is a defensive tackle. There's big Carl Morgan, who's playing nose guard. Big guy from Louisiana. Irv Eatman came to UCLA from Ohio. Brad Clemens is out of Auburn, Washington. That's near Seattle. Here's Arthur Akers from Lynn, Massachusetts. Avon Riley from Savannah, Georgia. Larry Hall from Costa Mesa, California. So they've got him from a lot of different places in the country. It is third down. USC needs almost 3 yards, and time is called by the Trojans. So they spend the timeout early in the third quarter with 12:58 to go. We'll be right back.
Look out. It's collision crossing. Command control collision crossing. Real slotless racing. Swerving. Passing. Changing lanes. Even force the other guy up the bridge. Slow him down. And when you turn off the lights, Tyco's Night Glow makes collision crossing even more dangerous. Don't crash. Win. Command control collision crossing. From Tyco, of course.
Inside this Magnavox Color TV is a Magnavox high-resolution filter that gives you 25% clearer touchdowns and hold-ups, shootouts, and drop-ins, weather maps and anchor men, baseball bats and rolling pins, movie queens and bobby socks, even commercials for Magnavox. Color TV with a 25% clearer picture. Another Magnavox bright idea.
The brightest ideas in the world are here to play.
That woeful scene is the property of Gordon Adams, who had been the Trojan starting quarterback, waited 5 seasons to play, got his chance, played well, got hurt last week. His career is over. It's third down and 13. As Tinsley goes back to throw, gets it off over the middle. He's got a man. The pass caught by Kevin Williams out of bounds down at the UCLA 12. Avon Riley came boring in, and he just pretty near planted Scott Tinsley.
Kevin Williams is the big play man. He's running a simple out pattern. UCLA, as you can see, has given a big cushion, wide open, a very easy throw. Here's Tinsley back to throw, and I believe Riley, number 9, really punishes him and knocks him to the ground. Linebacker Avon Riley.
He got up, and he's back in there. A gain of 24 yards on that play. The ball is just short of the 12. And here's USC now with a threat. They go to the tailback, Marcus Allen. Allen runs into the left side of the line where he hits Kenny easily and Jimmy Turner.
UCLA continues to play an 8-man front, trying to force Southern Cal into passing. Here are the stats for the first half. You can see that UCLA is upper hand, first down, rushing, and in the total offense. More offensive plays, lead in time of possession. They did have one critical fumble in the second quarter that stopped the potential scoring drive.
All right, USC has Allen gained about a half a yard on that carry. Those two backs really nailed him down. It's second down and a little more than 9. And Tinsley back to throw it, puts it in the air. It's got a man. Touchdown! Jeff Simmons.
Flag down, Steve.
Back up at the 20.
Probably was rough in the passer.
Bruins are working on Tinsley when he's in the process of releasing the ball. They really socked it to him. The indication is penalty UCLA.
Touchdown count. 75, roughing the passer. Kickoff. Penalty.
All right, that's where they'll assess it. Scotty is not too happy about it, but the officials were right on it. Irv Eatman, the man that socked it to Tinsley. Scott will hold now, and Kemp will go for the extra point. The Trojans have the lead, 9-7, trying to make it 10 here. Boy, that was a big penalty after that fumble, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was a complete turnaround. UCLA having the ball, lose the ball, another 15 yards, backed onto it.
Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is good. So they go 33 yards in 5 plays, and at 12 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the third quarter. We've got ourselves a pretty good-looking ball game. Here's the touchdown.
Jeff Simmons, number 29, is working man for man, and when you run up against the man for man, you weave, and you run routes where you go in and back out, and Simmons does this, and you can see his ability as he catches the ball and stays in bounds. It's close. It's very close.
Yeah, I thought one foot was out. Take a look at it.
Let's see it again. We're isolated on Simmons. He runs in to set up the fake, coming back to the outside. He turns Turner, number 35, to the inside. Now let's see if the official made the right decision. He has to have 1 foot in bounds, and he does. Yep, his right foot is clearly in bounds, and he has control of the pass. Good call by the official.
Okay, they've assessed a 15-yard penalty now, and USC will kick the ball off from the UCLA 45. Dick Tuckle riding Fettler about. That's the white horse that Ara Farsigian just does not like.
I think we should keep in mind that teams often use an onside kick after a 15-yard penalty because there's very little to lose. If they should not get the ball, if they do get the ball, they're back in scoring territory again.
UCLA's got a bunch of receivers up front. They thought they might try it, but he doesn't. He knuckleballs it through the end zone off the field of play, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line, first down for the UCLA Bruins. I want to tell just a little piece of history of the television business. It was 20 years ago here in this Coliseum that we had a gentleman named Bob Trackinger, who is now vice president of ABC Engineering. Lenny Bottom, Bob Blywest, and Mike Friedman all got together, and they took some various components and put together what has become known as the handheld camera. They put it on the shoulder of Mike Friedman, put it down on the sidelines, and it worked. And that's how it all happened, and Mike Friedman today is right back with us manning a camera again. 20 years ago, the handheld came into being. Now it's Jay Schrader trying to crank up the Bruin offense. From the 20, he goes to McNeil. And Freeman McNeil, tough runner, just breaks tackles and thunders all the way out to the 39.
It was a sensational run, and he went right through traffic. And one thing that he does, watch him pull his back leg up when he gets hit. This is his knack of breaking tackles. When he goes through, let's see it right here. When he right there, he's going to pull that backside leg and pull it through, and that's what springs him clear into the secondary.
Freeman's now got 96 yards in the ball game. But USC has taken the lead 10-7 over the Bruins. First down at the 39. Schrader going to put it up on first down. Flips it out here. The pass is caught by the big tight end, and Tim Reitman is wrestled out of bounds. They'll put him out somewhere around the Trojan 45. Charles Usry, defensive tackle, 240-pounder. Georgia Cheek at 250. Dennis Edwards is 230, very sore ankle today. Chip Banks, 228. Steve Busick, who had a big first half, 230. Ricky Gray, 225-pounder. And August Curley, a sophomore from Atlanta, 210 pounds. It is first down. UCLA short of the Trojan 45. Du Bois in motion. McNeil goes behind him. And he runs into Usry. And Big Curley puts him down at the 45. He gained about a half a yard. The secondary, this Joey Browner, you see him. Jeff Fisher has waited a long time to play. Ronnie Lott, the All-American. Dennis Smith, the high jumper. And boy, here he is. They're big and they're strong in that secondary. It'll be second down and close to 10. They put McNeil in motion this time, and Schrader on a roll. He goes deep with it downfield. The pass is complete and out of bounds to JoJo Townsell, the sophomore out of Reno, Nevada. So the Bruins come right back.
Schrader threw a perfect strike, and watch his strong arm. Watch him set up. Look, he's about 6'2", and he rifles the ball and takes a perfect strike. As we said earlier, he's played professional baseball last summer, signed a bonus contract for $120,000, and Townsend catches it and goes out of bounds for a big, big first down. UCLA is threatening.
He's catcher, I believe. 28-yard line of USC. First down, Bruins. Handed off inside to the fullback. And Frank Bruno from Metuchen, New Jersey, Goes for about 3. Next Friday, we'll be at State College, Pennsylvania. I hope the snow's gone by then. Pitt and Penn State. Then this group goes off to the Army-Navy game.
Second and 7 on
In
the
front of it, you'll
25
see
yard
Miami
line.
and Florida, plus 2 other games. That's next Friday and Saturday, as part of your Thanksgiving holiday here on ABC. Second down, a little more than 7, just short of the 25 of USC. Schrader, good fake, gets it up, got a man, Grant, touchdown. The thing that made it go was the fake of Schrader and the rest of the backfield people helping him on the fake. And it has absolutely lured the Trojan secondary out of position and left Michael Grant all alone.
Keith, I haven't seen that play in years and years. Perfectly executed by Schrader. Fooled everybody on the Southern Cal defensive team.
Oh, he's looked pretty strong, doesn't he?
And
6 out of 6 for 86 yards on that 25-yard touchdown strike. Bruins are back on top. Johnson in for the extra point try. Brandt puts it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. At 10:21 to go in the third quarter. We've got the points rolling up on the board now as the Bruins bounce back on top, 14-10.
Shows a lot of character on the UCLA football team, moving after the very disappointing fumble and touchdown by Southern Cal. But let's watch the fake. You can see McNeil carried out, and then the arm of this young man, he rifles the ball. Brandt, number 15, is over on the boundary, all alone, and walks in for the touchdown. Let's see it from the end zone. You can see the arm action, the faking. He fakes the lateral, the backs carry out the fake, and then he sets up, Schrader rifles the ball. Brandt, number 15, has fooled everybody. You can see that the Southern Cal defense is not anywhere around. Finally, Smith, 49, comes into the play. Too late for the touchdown.
And Gibson are deep for the Trojans.
80 yards in 6 plays. Didn't take long, minute and 44.
Good running by McNeil and excellent passing by Jay Schrader, the sophomore, who played last week some for the first time.
Johnson kicks off. It goes to Harper. Michael Harper, a sophomore from Kansas City. Pops through the first wave trying to get to the sidelines, but then he is tripped up. Ricky Kaufman brings him down. When you have success, sometimes there are those around to make you pay your dues. Now watch Achika here, number 78. He realizes it's a fake. He realizes the quarterback's got it. He realizes he's turned it loose, but just to make him remember.
I'm sure Schrader didn't like that, but he liked the results of the touchdown. He probably didn't feel anything. He's so happy.
He probably said, confound it, I want to stand up and see it. So many times quarterbacks never see the other end. It's just short of a 17 for the Trojans. Marcus Allen runs it over the left side. Running in behind Matthews, Mosbar, and Eatman brings him down as he moves it out across the 20.
I think we should mention again that UCLA, for the first time, is using a surprise defense. They've taken out their strong safety, put an extra down lineman, and has been very effective against the run so far.
McNeil in the game, 96 yards. Allen in the game, 39 yards.
Been averaging 165 a game.
Second down and about 5. Fullback. And DeLulu, the junior from Boise, is short of the first down. There's the comparison on the two tailbacks so far in the ballgame.
That's very, very unusual for Allen, who's been averaging 165 or 66 yards a game, only rushing for 2 yards per attempt. McNeil, 5 yards per attempt, and that's the difference in the ballgame.
Third down, a yard for the Trojans, just outside their 25. They give it to Allen, and Marcus has just enough to muscle ahead for the first down as Larry Hall was there to greet him. 8:55 to go in the third quarter.
First down for the Trojans.
Kevin Williams in, Malcolm Moore is in, and Tom Jefferson has made his first appearance, a sophomore from Ontario, number 21. He'll be at fullback. First down, Trojans. Ball at their 28. They go to Jefferson immediately, and he's out to about the 33. About 5 yards.
We should mention again that Southern Cal is playing with a new quarterback. Their starter for all of the season was injured last week, and Scott Kinsley, a sophomore, came in and threw for 3 interceptions last week, learned a lot. Now he's trying to pull this Southern Cal team from behind.
Make it 2nd down and 6. The ball is short of the 33. DeLulu back in at fullback. That's the tailback, Allen. He sort of squirts on through there. All made contact with him. Arthur Akers was there. Finally, it was Jimmy Turner, after he'd bounced off the first two, and made the stop.
Mosbar, the left tackle for Southern Cal, made a fine block on the Irv Eatman, the 6'7", 265-pound defensive tackle, and gave Marcus out in a little running room. A big play again. They need to keep the ball. It's 3rd and 1.
Long one, about 1.5 yards. 2, 4, 6 people up front for UCLA. Allen. Oh, big hole, right side. My goodness, they gave him a place to run. The fullback and Keith Van Horn, Roy Foster, all over there. And they opened the door.
Here's Notre Dame, still undefeated, once tied, beating Air Force, will be in the Sugar Bowl on January the 1st against the University of Georgia.
But in order for Notre Dame to play for a national championship, they got to come in here December 6th and beat USC.
Congratulations to Barrett Switzer, a great win over Nebraska in Lincoln, 21-17.
Well, if Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State, they'll go on to the Orange Bowl. And, of course, there's Michigan's win today over Ohio State.
And the Big Ten championship for Bo Schembechler, and another chance to come to the Rose Bowl. Ohio State will go to the Fiesta Bowl.
William Love, the referee, has gone to the UCLA sidelines. Now we're ready to play. It is a first down.
Yale wins the Ivy League, beating Harvard 14-0.
42-yard line for the Trojans, first down. Tinsley on first down, going to put it up to the sideline, and the pass is caught. Jeff Simmons, who made the touchdown catch for USC, brings that one down, and he's just beyond the marker for another first down. And Tinsley's numbers now get a little better. He's 6 out of 13 for 75 yards.
And he's right on target. You never underthrow an outside receiver. Excuse me. Simmons is going to run a good pattern. Forces deep against the man-for-man single coverage. The ball is right on target. He looks it in. 21 Sanchez finally brings him down after the first down.
Football at the UCLA 47. Allen. Marcus Allen to the 45.
Akers made the tackle.
Eatman on the bottom of the stack, along with Akers.
One thing that this surprise defense of UCLA is doing is getting penetration, Keith, and most of the plays, Southern Cal pull their guard, and by doing so, it's opening up some holes for these UCLA linemen. There's Scott Kinsley, 6 out of 13.
Fullback, McClanahan. He is hit after a yard gain. So they'll be looking at 3rd and long. Martin Moss and Avon Riley.
In the other situations like this, UCLA has been in man-for-man and trying to rush Tinsley. Be interesting to see if they stay with that pattern or change up and defend possibly against the short pass.
Simmons comes up into the slot. Swing it out to the tailback. Marcus Allen tripping and falling. Marcus Allen last week was on his way to a 95-yard touchdown, stepped on the sidelines. That cost him a touchdown against Washington. It would have been the longest run from the line of scrimmage ever for a USC tailback. Hobie Brenner tripped on a blade of grass and fell down, going in for a touchdown last week. He caught a touchdown after being in motion. USC turned it over 8 times. Right there, it looked like Marcus Allen had some room to roam, but he fell down, getting around the corner.
One thing that hurt Southern Cal's chances for this ball game was the fact that Gordon Adams was injured after Hobie Brenner was offside on the touchdown pass. The very next play, he had his knee torn up. David Pryor in for the punt, has plenty of time and gets a high hanger off. Sullivan back calls fair catch, but the Trojans are back there and they put it down. And around the UCLA 3-yard line. So the Bruins get the ball, but they get it way back in Be Careful country with 4:32 to play in the third quarter.
The 3-yard line.
My alternator light won't go out.
Uh-oh.
What do you think it is, Mr. Goodwrench?
Well, let's take a look. Mr. Goodwrench has the right GM equipment available to work on your General Motors car. Thousands of dollars worth. But he also knows the value of a well-placed thumb.
What's the problem?
Just a stretch belt. I can replace it while you wait.
All right. That's great. GM
Where Mr. Goodwrench works.
with genuine GM parts.
Watch what happens when you make a small investment in a Black & Decker router. Suddenly, things you thought only a professional could do, you can do. It'll shape an edge, decorate, it'll trim a counter, make clean grooves to hold shelves. It'll even write your name. A Black & Decker router can turn something ordinary
Into something beautiful.
And Black & Decker makes a complete line of routers, starting at incredibly low prices.
Through its affiliation with over 20 national sports organizations, the National Junior College Athletic Association affords its student athletes the opportunity to compete in various national and international events, including the Olympics, World University, and Pan American Games.
We've got 4:32 to play in the third quarter, with UCLA leading 14-10, and the Bruins have the football just short of their own 3. Veneranda and McNeil are back in the end zone. Schrader, the quarterback. McNeil to the 4. Busick stepped up in the crack that time and knocked him down.
Princeton beat Dartmouth 27-24 in an Ivy League clash, and Brown over Columbia.
Townsell comes to the sideline.
Mississippi
Bring
State.
a play. They pull that out.
Yes, they pulled it out. Beat Mississippi 19-17. Tennessee won big over Kentucky.
Second down. About 8. Schrader's going to put it up. He gets it off, and the pass is incomplete. The pass intended for the fullback, Veneranda. And I'll tell you, Charles Ussery was after it.
He came close to tackling for a safety. He had to throw the ball before he wanted to. Therefore, he threw it very badly and is incomplete.
That's the first incompletion for him today, too. He's 6 out of 7 now, 86 yards. Clemson, if that score is right, the big upset over South Carolina. I heard George Rogers had something like 106 yards in the first half.
Big win for Purdue. Be in the Liberty Bowl.
Third down, 8. Inside, no. It'll bring up fourth down. Trojans get the ball back and get good field position after the kick. Ussery made the tackle there for USC.
Coaches recognize that if they take possession of the ball inside the 10 and fail to make a first down, more than likely the other team will start with the ball in such field position that they will score close to 75% of the time. Missouri over Kansas.
All right, it's Fisher and Timmy White, the deep people on the punt return for USC. White's the man they want to have it. Big rush. Just got it out of there. And a fair catch call back at the 43. And that was almost blocked. Almost blocked. Tony Brewer, number 41, came within a whisker of getting it, but the Trojans have the ball and good field position, trailing by 4.
It's knowing you depend on us. We're gonna solve your problems, yeah, we understand. It's knowing Avis tries so hard, we'll always be right there to lend a helping hand.
Yeah, Avis takes the worry out of breaking cars, no matter where the road may wind. And Avis, you're leaving your worries behind.
Avis takes the worry out of rates, too. On weekends, now you get up to 60% off regular weekday rates.
Wendy's has the taste.
Single, double,
And triple. Hamburgers fresh, not frozen. We have the taste. So let the others have their slogans. Wendy's makes them fresh each day. Serves them up to you hot off the grill.
256 ways.
The way a good restaurant will. We have the taste. Wendy's has the taste. Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger taste. We have the taste. That's Wendy's taste. We have the taste. That's Wendy's.
This Friday at 1 Eastern, Pittsburgh tackles mighty Penn State. Saturday, the Miami Hurricanes and Florida headline regional action. Then one of the most colorful traditions in college football, the annual Army-Navy game. Check local listings Friday and Saturday on ABC.
All right, let's look at that punt. Almost blocked by number 41 Brewer. McFarland's foot's in the air. Down he goes. Official was right there.
He could have called that either way, I believe, Chief. If I'd have been the official, I would have called roughing the kicker because the kicker has protection as long as his foot's in the air.
No call. Trojan ball. UCLA 43. Keeps on the Bruin defense right here. Marcus Allen. The 28 pitch. Allen spins away from one. Eatman grabs him and drags him down as he gets to the 41, picked up about 2.5 yards.
Irv Eatman came all the way across from the right tackle to help them assist on that play. Correction on the score. Mississippi State was 19-14 over Mississippi instead of 17 that we showed earlier.
Call it second down, long 7. Allen again. Oh, this time he had some room. He had some room, and it looked like Arthur Akers reached out and tripped him as he went by. He's just short of the first down.
Good blocking by the left side of the line of Southern Cal. Number 66, Matthews, is going to take 55. Moss to the inside, and 9, Avon Riley gets blocked by the fullback, and Allen comes close to a big play.
Allen now has 1,551 yards on the season with a game to play. 3rd and 2. Allen for the first down. Over the right side behind Foster and Van Horn. And the fullback, when you see that play go to the right side like that, you know that fullback also got his big bulk in there too, all 225 pounds of it.
He's taking on the linebacker who is reading the play, plugging the hole, collision the fullback, and trying to make the play. And so the fullback's trying to prevent the linebacker, and he made a good block, allowing enough room for Allen to make the first down. And a very critical first down.
Ball is marked just inside the 33. The reverse it to Kevin Williams. He's got Foster out in front of him on the sideline. Kevin Williams goes inside the 20 down to the 16. Lupe Sanchez saved the touchdown. Foster, the pulling guard, number 64, had swung out in front of him, and Kevin, the bug goes for 17.
Very good call by the Southern Cal staff. The pitch sweep, handoff to Williams. You're going to watch a fine block by Foster, number 64, and watch Sanchez, number 21, take on the blocker, and Simmons, 29, and still make the play to prevent the touchdown.
It's first down USC at the UCLA 16. Allen to the tight side, and Marcus Allen runs it down to about the 11. He got 5. And again, Foster, the pulling guard. They say Foster is really better on a pull than he is going straight ahead.
One thing that he does so well, it's sort of a half-moon pull. He gives a little ground, and he eyeballs the linebacker, and he pulls around in 270 pounds. He's awesome blocking on any linebacker.
30 seconds to play, 3rd quarter. Bruins leading 14-10. Trojans trying to get back on top as Allen has it again. Goes to the right side. Keeps fighting. Goes inside the 5. You don't think he isn't tough? That will be first and goal to go, USC.
One thing that's changed in the defensive scheme of UCLA, they're not getting into penetration. Southern Cal has adjusted their blocking, preventing any penetration, giving Allen some running room, and he made a great run on that occasion.
All right, well, they're going to try to go for one more play, or they're going to waste 15 seconds. I don't think they'll get the play off now. It's ticking down to the end of the third quarter. And 3, 2, 1, third quarter's over. We'll continue with this one after this commercial message and the word from our local station.
That's the end of the third quarter.
I may be the only man running a major brewery who is a master brewer. Have been for 40 years. I'm Frank Sellinger, Chief Executive Officer of Schlitz. 2 years ago, when they asked me to come to Schlitz, they said, Frank, let's make the best. Here it is, Schlitz. Compare Schlitz with any other beer. This has the taste that I've been after for 40 years. I know you'll like it.
People used to buy foreign cars for quality, value, price, fuel economy. But in 3 of the last 4 years, more foreign car owners have traded their cars for Chevrolets than any other make, because they can get quality, value, price, and fuel economy in a Chevrolet. Come home to your Chevrolet dealer. The foreign exchange is on.
Hamill's last chance on Earth. A special assignment next week on ABC's World News Tonight.
This 6-hour VHS home video recorder is called RegiVision.
Oh, that's Panasonic Omnivision.
And RegiVision has RegiSex.
That's Omnifex, Reggie. It plays in slow motion, high speed, or freeze frame.
RegiVision also has RegiSearch.
That's OmniSearch. It makes it easy to find the scene you want.
So get RegiVision with RegiSex and RegiSearch.
That's Omnivision with Omnifex and OmniSearch.
From Panasonic.
Right.
When we have the taste, rich, rich chili taste, seasoned just right to satisfy your appetite. Chili made for chili lovers, what a taste and what a tasty sight. It's chili paradise. Great chili and more at Wendy's, where we're famous for.
Great chili.
Old-fashioned hamburger taste, we have the taste, great chili taste. We have the taste, great chili taste.
Secrets of Sorcery, Saturday night at 7 on 7.
Well, the Cardinal and Gold Pom-Poms are very active right now on the USC side of the field. As we go to the final quarter of the football, first and goal to go at the UCLA 3. Bidding for the lead in a seesaw ball game. Allen. He's to the 1 before the Bruin defense pinches him. He went right in there behind Foster again. Foster and DeLulu.
And Foster and Van Horn and Brenner on that side are all Pac-10 selections last year. They are awesome blockers. Average 6'5" in height and about 260 pounds.
Second down and goal from the 1 for the lead. Allen didn't make it. Well, that bunch of Bruin linebackers really hung in there that time.
They did, and they were able to make the play because the defensive linemen penetrated the seam. They broke the seam inside the guards and tackles, watched the penetration, and see the linebackers. The intensity of football on that part of the field is just great. Watch Allen go over, but the linebackers, Akers and Riley, prevent him from scoring. It's still a foot from a touchdown.
Easley was right there, too. He plays everywhere.
That's to be expected. Anywhere the ball is, Kenny Easley is likely to be there.
They need about 6 inches. Allen. They don't give it to him. They don't give it to him. He shoved the ball across the goal line, but the line judge was standing right there, and he wouldn't give him the call.
Actually, Allen makes a great run to even get back to the line of scrimmage. As you'll see that UCLA got some penetration. First, one Bruin misses it for 5 yards, and then 39. Akers is there, holds it, spins it. Now watch Allen try to place the ball and break the plane. But he doesn't do it. It's 4th down and about the same distance, if not a little bit less.
They're going, obviously. Very tough stand here for the Bruin defense. 4th and goal. They need about 6 inches. Allen, over the top, touchdown. While the Trojans celebrate, and it wasn't all that decisive, but he did break the plane going over the top.
You're exactly right. It was a very close call. I watched the headlinesman across the field. As soon as Allen apparently broke the plane, he threw his hands up. It wasn't a question in his mind.
So USC exercises the prowess of their defense, keeping UCLA deep, take field position, and take it in from 43 yards. The kick is good.
Here's the touchdown. Let's watch it again. You be the judge. You're going to see Tinsley hand the ball deep. Good blocking momentarily, but by the left side of the line. Now Allen goes up, and the ball comes out. I don't know about that call. Ball over here on the right of the screen.
Hands went up, and it's 17-14 on the scoreboard.
Will it be how good you can be with Minolta XG1?
Hey, you want to see some terrific pictures?
Depend on the automatic Minolta XG1 to give you clear, sharp pictures. It does the work. You take the credit.
Yeah,
Hey, you want to see some terrific pictures? No. That's lovely.
For a limited time, get an XG1 and get a $25 rebate from Minolta. See your dealer now for details.
I'm Joe Duncan, State Farm agent, Cincinnati, Ohio, speaking for thousands of State Farm agents around the country. You know, there are a lot of reasons why people come to State Farm agents and stick with State Farm agents year after year. I think one of the big reasons is service. State Farm built its reputation on service. People expect it, they are paying for it, and we deliver.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is
The great bowl games on ABC. December 27th, Purdue in Missouri, the Liberty Bowl. December 29th, Pittsburgh in South Carolina, the Gator Bowl. January 1st, Georgia at Notre Dame, fighting for a possible national championship. Live in the Sugar Bowl on ABC.
All right, we're ready for the kickoff. We're going to show you that touchdown again. It'll provide a little conversation around the fireplace months ahead. Here's its kick. And it's taken by Toki Williams. And Williams is sawed down back at the 17. Now, let's go back to the touchdown. Watch Marcus Allen take it. He goes up over the top, and the linesman now calls touchdown when he sees Allen go over the top and break the plane. The ball has come out. See? Ball is going off to the right side, and it goes down into the arms of Bruce Matthews, an offensive guard, and it is Matthews at the goal line with a touchdown, and you see the umpire there now throwing up his hand, standing in the end zone, and the touchdown literally goes to Bruce Matthews. Meantime, here's UCLA now with Schrader. Back inside the 10. Number 51, Chip Banks, the outside linebacker.
Chip Banks is 6'5", really a great football player. Has had 12 sacks so far. You see him just take Christensen, throw him to the side, recognize that it's a play-action pass, and then wrestle straight it to the ground. But Keith, on that last play, if Matthews was laying on the ground, in effect, he couldn't pick up the ball and run it. The ball is dead right there.
That's right. And I don't know if Matthews was really in the end zone. but the umpire thought he was because he made the second call. Here's the pass now. Schrader to Freeman McNeil. McNeil having a big day. Freeman's back across the 20 and out to nearly the 24 before they finally get him.
That was a tremendous play. They needed something like this. UCLA gets it from a great player, Freeman McNeil, and I want to point out again, watch his leg action as he breaks one tackle after another. Those legs are so powerful. He pulls them up. Watch him pull it up. Pull that back leg through, pull it through again. That's what keeps him going and makes him such a great back.
Third down, they need 3 yards to keep the ball. McNeil gets the call. Trojans have got him short of the first down. So the Bruins are going to have to punt it.
Give credit to the Southern Cal defense getting penetration, stopping McNeil from ever turning downfield. He never got his shoulders turned downfield. He was running to the sideline, had no momentum, and was an easy tackle by the right side of the Southern Cal line of scrimmage.
Matt McFarland in to do the punting for UCLA. Michael Harper has gone back for USC. McFarland, 2 punts, 37-yard average. Good snap, no pressure, good kick. Runs Harper all the way back to his 32. And a good open field tackle for the Bruins. Brings him down, number 60 downfield to make it. That's Steve Williams. 45-yard punt. And we're at 17-14 Trojans right now, and they've got the ball. And next Monday night here on ABC, NFL Monday Night Football presentation, we'll have the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The Rams had a big win against New England last week. They've really got to go hunting now because the Atlanta Falcons are still sitting on top. Atlanta beat New Orleans handily last week. You can never know.
Archie Manning can pull off anything. The old quarterback from Ole Miss.
From the 36, the Trojans. We'll see what the Bruin defense can do now. They jump on Marcus Allen rather quickly. He's got about a yard out to the 37. Brad Clemens got there in a hurry. And so did Martin Moss, number 55, the nose guard.
Going back to the touchdown drive by Southern Cal, we mentioned that UCLA had the ball first down on their own 3. And if they didn't make a first down, they would punt and give field position where the opponents would score about 75% of the time. And Southern Cal did so, in fact.
17-14 ball game. The Trojans on the lead. You've got Anthony Gibson in there right now at tailback, replacing Marcus Allen. Here's Tinsley on a drop. He swings it out to Gibson. Anthony catches it and runs it across the 40. He's got to go to the 46 to get his first down. Brad Clemens, the tackle for the Bruins. We've got 9:10 to play in the ball game.
One thing that Southern Cal cannot do, and John Robinson has never done it, is go conservative and bury themselves by not taking any chances. And they came out throwing on that second down, and UCLA reacted beautifully. 3rd and long, and their 6 defensive backs are now in the game.
Tinsley's numbers now, 8 out of 15 for 79 yards. He's hit 5 of his last 5 passes. He's 5 in a row. Kevin Williams. Tinsley swings it back out to the tailback again. This time it's Allen. Allen is short of the first down. A very good open field tackle by Walter Lang.
See, that's the advantage of having...
Uh-oh, we've got something going on back here. We've got a penalty flag thrown in the air. Avon Riley back there talking to one of the officials, and the flag went flying up in the air. So we may have an unsportsmanlike conduct calling right here. They had him short of his first down. The ball put down to 45. Here's William Love.
Good ball. Personal foul. Offense. Personal foul. Defense. Offset. Fourth down.
After the play called against both USC and UCLA.
Malcolm Moore is 22 for SC. Riley is 9 for UCLA. They get going at it pretty well, don't they?
Yes, they shouldn't let their tempers get the best of them here. The game means too much right now. Control yourself. That's what football is all about. You have to learn to control your tempers in the critical situations.
4th down and a yard.
And they're going for it.
From their own 45, leading by 3. 8:18 to play in the ball game. Ooh, this is a play you can talk about for a while. Long count. Bruins almost jumped.
The old Bear Bryant play.
Yep, they're just going to take the 5-yard penalty and go ahead and punt.
5 yards is academic right now, but I remember the first time Bear Bryant did that. It worked and won a big ball game for him.
Well, it almost worked right there because the rest of that UCLA almost jumped.
They jumped the neutral zone, and they were fortunate they didn't make contact.
Well, you had a veteran quarterback in there now. You don't know what might have happened because, let's face it, Scott Tinsley is a sophomore. Here's the call. But if he'd have changed his cadence a little bit sharper, he might well have gotten the jump.
I would think he was doing a pretty good job of it when those UCLA men charged across at one time, but they didn't make contact, got back. Fortunate for them.
David Pryor to kick. Sullivan deep to receive. Kicks away. Fair catch by Sullivan. And the back judge has thrown a penalty flag back around the 15-yard line. 7:49 to go in the football game. USC leading 17-14.
Hey, world, who do you take traveling?
MasterCard and me.
Who do you take shopping?
MasterCard and me.
Who do you take to dinner?
MasterCard and me.
And me.
MasterCard and me. We can do it all.
MasterCard's the only credit card I really need. Anywhere.
MasterCard and me, we can do it all.
The TDK cassette reveals its reasons for recording excellence. TDK is more than just tape. It's a perfect interplay between tape and mechanism. Each part precision engineered for outstanding musical performance. No nuances beyond its dynamic range. No instrument is forgotten. Music lives on TDK. The TDK cassette. Tape is only part of the story. Music is the sum of its parts.
Football excitement is just the beginning in the Pacific 10 Conference. Pac-10 members have won 150 NCAA championships in 12 different sports, a record unmatched by any other conference. Just one reason why the Pac-10 is known as the Conference of Champions.
Well, folks, we've had a most untoward moment as far as the UCLA Bruins are concerned. On that punt, UCLA had 12 men on the field. That's why the back judge threw that penalty flag back at the 15. 12 men on the field. Illegal participation, the call. USC gets the football back after a 15-yard penalty. They have it first down at the UCLA 45. Can you believe it? Allen. He gets a couple.
I think I'd like to explain what probably happened to the fans. UCLA had lined up to defend against the run with their regular defense, and then Southern Cal changed their mind after taking the delay penalty, and when they put in their kick return team, some player on their regular defense failed to leave the field. They played 12 men, 15-yard penalty, and a tough break for UCLA.
Bruins have been flagged 5 times for 75 yards. The Trojans twice for 10. Second down and 8. Tinsley straight back to throw it. He's going deep for Kevin Williams. He's out there, and a great play by Kenny Easley. Super play by Easley, and he's hurt himself again. Came down on the sore right shoulder. But what a terrific play he made.
If it was an All-American play because Kevin Williams, the little bug, had gotten in behind the UCLA secondary as the fake took place in the backfield. But watch this. You can see the great athlete that Easley is. He throws up one big right hand and knocks it to the ground and then falls on his sore shoulder.
So, it's exciting, but it's an incomplete pass. And it's third down and 8. And Easley's still on the field. And the pitch to Allen. He fakes it this time. Now Allen wants to throw it. Bruins won't give him a chance. He's down, back at the 44. Remember, I told you very early in the ball game that he had been a good quarterback in high school. He has thrown a couple of passes this season. That time, UCLA did not give him a chance as Lupe Sanchez and Kenny easily got him way back upfield for a loss of 13 yards.
Great play by UCLA because the receiver, both the quarterback and Williams over the other side of the field was wide open. But Allen did not have time to stop, cock his arm, and throw back.
They used that play a couple of weeks ago as he threw the ball successfully to Gordon Adams.
46-yard touchdown pass.
Not a very good kick, but it takes a pretty good bounce, and it is fielded down at the 18. So UCLA, with 6:12 to play in the game, trailing by 3, owns the ball at their own 18.
Introducing the revolutionary twin action shaving system, engineered to outperform twin blades, the new Norelco Rotatract razor. Inside 3 floating heads, Rotatract works like twin blades without a nick or cut to grip hair, raise it up, then razor it off hundreds of times a second. For a shave no blade can beat. The new twin action Norelco Rotatract razor, cord and rechargeable. Twin blade closeness, but no gotcha.
Goodyear took the radial tire and made it right for American drivers by making it all season. Built for sun, rain, snow. Radials that are good all year from Goodyear. Goodyear has more experience making all-season radials than anyone else in the world. So why buy a conventional radial when you can step all the way up to Goodyear all-season radials? Goodyear, quality and innovation.
This Friday at 1 Eastern, Pittsburgh tackles mighty Penn State. Saturday, the Miami Hurricanes and Florida headline regional action. Then one of the most colorful traditions in college football, the annual Army-Navy game. Check local listings Friday and Saturday on ABC.
You can see on the sidelines they're working on that right shoulder of Kenny Easley. He was dragging it when he went off the field.
What a dramatic football player he has been for 4 years at UCLA.
Well, it's put up time for the Bruins now from their own 18. They send Curran in motion. Jay Schrader's got the ball, wants to throw. He gets it off. Pass is intercepted by Ronnie Lott. And Lott takes it back down to the 11-yard line. And you've got 6:01 to play in the ball game.
Watch this play. Ronnie Lott, All-American. This is his eighth interception. He jumps high. He's just dropping back, playing zone. And Schrader throws him a little bit too low. Watch Lott go up. You can see why he's an All-American. He's made 3 key plays. One caused the fumble. Another one recovered a fumble, and then the interception. 3 big plays for All-American Ronnie Lott.
And it's first down. USC just inside the UCLA 11. Only 6:01 to play.
UCLA are going to really have to buckle their chin straps. They've taken that field disappointed, I'm sure.
Allen, big hole, right side to the 8. Riley and Akers, the tackle. USC has averaged better than a 10-minute edge per game in possession in all the games coming up here. And right now, in possession time, going into this series, 31-44 Southern Cal and 22-15 UCLA. So they're just about on schedule. All the UCLA seniors have never had the chance to celebrate a victory over these Trojans. John Robinson's beaten Terry Donahue 4 straight times. Second down from the 8-yard line. Here's Tinsley on a roll. He gets it off into the end zone. No! Brenner up there, battling with Sanchez. The bigger man couldn't win it. Brenner is 6'5" and Sanchez 5'10", and Lupe was leaping.
Watch the play. It's a good fake up the middle. Should mesmerize the defense, but Sanchez was not fooled. You'll see Brenner, number 89, and Sanchez, number 21, going for the ball. Watch the big man going over the top, hit his hands, but he couldn't control it.
He was quite a bit above Lupe, too. But
he was about 2 feet, it looked like.
Yeah. Ball is at the 9, closer to the 9. Third down. Out to Allen. Sweep left. And Riley, number 9, comes across to get him. Got him at the 7.
Avon Riley, number 9, has played an outstanding defensive football game. He's a leading tackler with 91. He runs a 4.6 40. Good speed and good muscle, good defensive instinct. He made a key tackle.
Allen's hurt coming off the field, holding his left arm.
Coming off the field.
Isn't he a fine, fine competitor? I don't know that we've seen any this year that competes any harder than Marcus Allen.
That should mean Anthony Gibson at tailback.
Southern Cal is not going for the field goal. They field.
Yeah, the Trojans got to spend a timeout here, don't they? Because or have they call time? It's time for the injured player. Nope, they're going to go for 3.
Yes, now they're going for 3. Yep. I think that's the big call. Should UCLA come back and score, they still have to go for 2, and the percentages all across the nation are less than 40%. Well, I think that's the good call.
I'll make it 2014 here. They're going to get hit with a delay of game, I would think, here. Unless they... Yeah, they did. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
And make it 20 to 14.
Right.
If UCLA scores, they can win it on a placement.
When the ball's on the left hash mark, the closer it is to the goal line, the tougher the angle is for the kicker. So I believe they took the delay game penalty purposely to give the kicker a little bit better angle. Kip is 11 out of 17 for the season.
Going from 29 yards on this one. Out of Pinsley's hole. Pops it up. And he missed it. Oh, my goodness, he missed it.
Kick is not good.
The holes looked like it was all right, but he did not hit it solid. He hit a pop fly, and it drifted out of there, and the score remains 17-14.
Chevy Truck announces a leap ahead in fuel economy. A leap ahead with a better EPA estimated gas mileage rating than any V8 truck. And better than any imported or domestic V8 car. What's more, Chevy is a leap ahead with the best overall 6-cylinder truck mileage. Chevy has an unbeaten city estimate and a better highway rating than any full-size truck. Best V8 gas mileage, best overall 6-cylinder mileage. Chevy's new special economy truck. Chevy Trucks. Built tough. Built for economy.
Driving half a car. To prove Haviland Supreme gives cars engine protection up front.
I know, but...
Well, you should know. It delivered proven protection in punishing state trooper testing.
Yeah, but...
Where's the rest of my car?
Yeah.
Here it comes. To prove Texaco's Haviland Supreme delivered improved mileage, too. Upfront protection backed by improved mileage. That's Haviland Supreme.
Do me a favor.
I know. Prove how good Haviland is in the next county, huh?
There's the time remaining in the ball game. USC missing the field goal. UCLA now trailing by 3. 17-14. First down at the 20. Schrader, the quarterback. To McNeil. And Freeman McNeil runs for 7. We'll have the college football scoreboard for you with Dave Dials and Chris Schenkel. Chris is back in the country again, huh? He's been wandering all over the world. 4 minutes to play in a ball game. McNeil now 22 carries, 104 yards.
And he looks just as fresh now as he did at the beginning of the ball game. That was a fine 7-yard gain on the last play.
A run Townsell out here wide to the bottom of the picture. Go to McNeil. He gets away from Ussery and runs out of bounds. Achika also pursuing him. That big George Achika pulled out of that nose guard position and was really after him. And here's Kenny Easley out on the bench with ice on his shoulder.
As we've said many, many times, he's got a great career. 4 years. I remember 4 years ago.
Marcus Allen is standing on the sidelines now and probably will go back in for USC. It is a first down. The ball is at the 31, where McNeil went out of bounds. Schrader looks up and throws to the sidelines. Pass complete to Townsell up at the 36. He got 5 on that short pass. That might be the way to do it, right?
I would think that Southern Cal, with sophomore quarterback Schrader, has very little experience this year, that they would try to blitz and rush, and therefore the game plan for UCLA should be short, safe passes that can hit the receiver and give him a chance to run with it.
They got Michael Brandt wide this time. Give it to McNeil. And McNeil doesn't get a lot of that one. He got about 2 yards. Chip Banks and Charles Ussery. Ussery was the fellow who sort of clogged it at the very beginning, forcing McNeil to bounce and change direction where he ran into Banks. And we've got a Bruin down.
Time on UCLA.
Looks like it's Dave Odie, the center. It is. 2:49 to play in the ball game. USC with a field goal to take the lead early. UCLA with a touchdown in the second quarter to lead 7-3 at halftime. They swapped touchdowns in the third quarter. USC gone for a field goal to go ahead 17-14 in the fourth quarter. And that's where we are.
And with the third and what is keep about 3, we can fully expect Southern Cal to blitz and try to tackle the passer for a loss.
Dan DeFore is the backup center for the Bruins, and next Friday we'll have Pittsburgh and Penn State from State College for you at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Then on Saturday morning out in the west, noontime in the east, Miami and Florida, plus 2 other games to be chosen. And then at 3:45 Eastern Time from Philadelphia, the annual Army-Navy helmet tracker. USC facing one more game this season. They play Notre Dame here in the Coliseum on the 6th of December. And Dave Odie now being helped off the field, while UCLA will get on a plane and fly 12 to 14 hours to Tokyo to play Oregon State in Tokyo on November 30. Well, here comes a big call in the ball game. It's a very short 3 yards. Dufour is in at center to snap it. Give it to the fullback, Bruno. And it looked to me like he had his first down. He was hit and driven back. But his forward progress is going to be out to about the 42, and that will be a UCLA first down.
Good call by the UCLA coaching staff, and a good blocking by, once again, by Christensen and Lee. They opened up a nice hole, 3 yards in the first down, and very critical situation, and kept UCLA's hopes still alive.
With 2:28 and the clock ticking.
And the blitz coming.
Well, they protect him well. The pass is caught by McNeil. He's open. He's headed for the corner. It is touchdown, UCLA. Can you believe it? McNeil, the receiver, he got behind Jeff Fisher. Fisher tipped the ball. McNeil caught it, juggled it. The play went 58 yards. And the UCLA is on top and right now trying to make it a 4-point lead as Johnson is in for the extra point try out of Brandt's hold. It is no good. He missed it. Now, with 2:07 to play, the Bruins can tie with a field goal.
Johnson looked up. I believe that he just was too careful, and his head came up before he ever hit the ball.
That is the first miss they had 86 in a row. It's the first time they've missed since 1977.
Let's watch the most unbelievable play that we've seen possibly all year or might see in any year. Watch the great athletic ability of Freeman McNeil. He's called it as Fisher deflects the ball, number 40. Look at McNeil juggle it, and Smith, number 49, does not make the play. And it's 50 yards for a touchdown and a UCLA lead on the most incredible play of the year.
Sort of reminds you of the Georgia-Florida game, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But this one is a tremendous, great effort. Unbelievable catch by Freeman McNeil.
Well, you got your breath back. Here we go again. 2:07 to play in the ball game, and Johnson hooks it to the left and hooks it deep into the end zone, and the Trojans will take the football back at the 20, first down. Well, there's the story on the play. Small miracle. Well, not a small miracle. A big miracle if you are a UCLA partisan, because they have not beaten these Trojans since 1975, and Terry Donohue's coach team has never beaten a John Robinson team. Only 2:07 to play in the ball game.
Well, let's give some credit to Jay Slater, Keith, who threw the ball out there. He's got a good arm, and the ball was close to being a great play, even without the deflection.
All right, Tinsley's going right to the air with it. He goes short and overthrows Marcus Allen. Allen was open, and he missed him. So Tinsley misses Allen in the open.
I remember 2 years ago when UCLA scored, went ahead with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to play. And Southern Cal went down, and Frank Jordan kicked the field goal to win it on the last play of the game.
Well, there's always that possibility the field goal could come up again here. 2:02 to play in the game. Second down and 10 from the 20. Tinsley getting some pressure. And they've got him. They've got him. The man who did it was Martin Moss, the nose guard with a Trojan riding his back.
Four-man pass rush. You cover the guard, as UCLA has done. Make it real tough on pass protection.
1:43 to play. The Trojans have one timeout remaining.
Michelob brings you the 7-day weekend, all America style. Americans love weekends, not just the Saturday and Sunday kind, but whenever we take time to enjoy the good things in life, like the smooth and mellow taste of Michelob. Because all over America, Michelob helps make any time feel a little like a weekend. Hey, put a little weekend in your week.
Yeah.
All right, the ball is sitting back just inside the 15. It's third down and about 15. If USC is to keep the football. 20-17, UCLA leading. Tinsley pumps it over the middle. He throws complete to Malcolm Moore, and Moore is up across the 35 to the 36, and the clock stops. That's the first down as they move the chains.
Malcolm Moore is 6'5", had a brother, Manfred Moore, is a fullback here, but he gets right in that open zone in front of the safety. Good throw by Tinsley, right on the numbers, and a fine run after the catch by Moore.
21-yard pickup. Trojans are still alive. Going to the four-man front. Tinsley back to throw again. He gets his pass off. Good to Simmons. Simmons is caught by Sanchez and dragged down. And I think maybe he even lost a little bit on that one. He had to get rid of it in a hurry. Pressure was coming from Joe Gary, number 53, the defensive left tackle.
Joe Gary is 6'5", 260 pounds.
He whips it to the sidelines, and that stops the clock at 1:03 to play in the football game. The Trojans only have one timeout remaining. The football is at the 35. Third down and a little more than 10.
What a career John Robinson has had. He's a great asset.
He's having trouble winning his 50th, though.
Yes, he is. He wants to win 50 in 5 years.
He lost the opportunity last week when Washington beat him, and now the Bruins are sitting on a 3-point lead with 1:03 to play in the ball game. Third down. Tinsley throws it quickly to Marcus Allen. Allen bumped out of bounds. Penalty flag. That may be a penalty against the Bruins. Jimmy Turner and Lupe Sanchez were both over there.
UCLA players are arguing, it seems like, and they better be careful. They might get an unsportsmanlike conduct in another 15.
Avon Riley is incensed right now. Now he's being pulled away. Kenny Easy was there with him talking to the official. It's going to be a penalty against UCLA, and it's going to be 15 yards. Down very near the 45, here's William Love.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Whoa. First down.
After the play was
Ooh,
over.
that's 6 flags and 90 big yards against UCLA today with 57 seconds to play.
This game is far from over.
Obviously a late hit or a personal foul. Dead ball. Tinsley. He goes incomplete toward Marcus Allen, and the penalty flag thrown. That may go against the Trojans.
Looked like he might have called lineman downfield.
It is holding. It is holding. That's 15.
Let's watch 72, Mosbar, the left tackle, and see if he's not the guilty one. He can use his hands momentarily to stop the charge, but he cannot grab him. Once there he is, grabbing him, trying to keep him from getting to the pass. A good call by the head linesman, not the umpire. Way over on the side, he saw it. Good call, 15 yards and a tough break for the Trojans.
52 seconds to play in the ball game as hope and fury wages back and forth in the final second.
Offense. Still first down.
And it's first down way back near the UCLA 30, or the USC 33. Now the UCLA Bruin defense can play some center field. They've got more real estate to work with. Tinsley, good protection, over the middle, pass complete. Only, however, to the 41. Obi Brenner, the tight end.
Good play by UCLA. Let them throw in front. Be sure that you gang tackle the receiver, preventing any long run.
They've got to go down to the UCLA 35 to get a first down. Second down and about 23. Tinsley starting to run. He gets up across the 45. And it's going to bring up third and very long. And USC now has spent its last timeout. They have no more. They don't need many more because there's only 22 ticks remaining on the game clock.
Tinsley showed his inexperience on that last play by running with the football and not keeping his head downfield looking for an open receiver. There were two, including Williams over on the sideline open that he could have gotten the ball to for the completed pass. But it's been a great ball game. Two well-coached football teams. The youngsters, the players on both sides have just fought with all the intensity that you can expect in a game like this. It means so much to both of these universities.
It is third down and 20. The crowd, 83,491.
And Terry Donahue is close to winning his first game as a head coach against Southern Cal. He's 0-4, having lost one on a heartbreaking field goal 2 or 3 years ago, this would be his first one in 5 years.
Third and 20. Over the middle, Simmons. He's got it. He's got the first down. He's got the first down with 14 seconds to play in the football game. It's just inside the 30. That play was good for 25 yards. The Trojans have no timeouts remaining.
The clock is stopped for the first down. Southern Cal is lined up for the clock play. They'll throw the ball out of bounds immediately.
Now the clock rolls. Hensley back. He's going deep, 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 deep. It is dropped. Kenny Easley had it in the end zone for an interception and dropped it. It could have been locked away right there by Kenny Easley, but he didn't hold on.
But let's watch number 8, Williams, get bumped into Easley, number 5, and falls to the ground right here inadvertently. The call is very clear in the book. If the two do collide, it is no intent to impede.
I don't think there was that much contact.
It's not a foul. Good call by the officials by letting the play stand. But it was a thrilling play.
All right, you got 6 seconds. The football is back out at the 30. Ought to be the last play of the ball game. They're going for the win. Hensley has time. He goes to Simmons. Simmons tries to run it out of bounds. Doesn't get there. Ball game is over. The UCLA Bruins have won the ball game.
That was the most unusual finish to the play. I think that Tinsley wanted to throw the ball downfield. He didn't see anybody open, and he threw the ball to the short man, which was a big mistake and showed his inexperience. The young man who's playing, starting for the first time this year. That's Terry Donahue. A great win. Only a coach can fully appreciate, Steve, what it means when you win that first big one against your arch rival. A dejected John Robbins.
So the victory comes for UCLA on a most unusual play in which Freeman McNeil was clearly the star. The pass could have been and perhaps should have been intercepted by USC. Instead, it bounced into the arms of McNeil. He fought it and finally got it and hauled it down into the end zone for the winning point. So this has to be one of the most joyous times, I think, in the history of UCLA football. And because none of these seniors had ever tasted victory over the USC Trojans. And in Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen, that really has some meaning. Testimony to the attention given this ball game with the fact that 83,491 people came to watch it this afternoon, even though both teams are sanctioned out of any postseason competition. So the USC Trojans lose their second of the season. They now face Notre Dame on December 6th. The UCLA Bruins will go to Tokyo to play Oregon State in Tokyo on November 30th. And for young Terry Donahue, a marvelous moment.
I'm so happy for him, Steve. He's a great young man. That is a milestone in his career. Oh, is he happy. All of those players have never beaten Southern Cal. They're not leaving the field. They're staying there to soak up the thrills of victory. And tears in their eyes, I promise you, in the dressing room tonight. In fact, I'm getting a few myself. I can't help it, Keith. That's the thrill.
It's great to see two quality football teams go after each other, as these two teams did today, give it all they had. And in the final, it was UCLA 20 and Southern California 17.
When our band's cooking, the music smokes. But not me, because like a lot of my friends, I use Skoal smokeless tobacco. I just take a pinch of that good-tasting wintergreen flavored Skull between my cheek and gum, and it gives me real tobacco pleasure without ever lighting up. So when you want something that smokes, listen to the Charlie Daniels Band. But when you want real tobacco enjoyment without smoking, try Skull. A pinch is all it takes. Thank you. We appreciate it.
This is my New York life agent. How did he get so big in my eyes? When I got married, he suggested a very affordable starter policy. He really grew in my eyes. Later, the same New York life agent gave me brilliant advice in business insurance. And he grew some more. Now it's a policy that guarantees retirement income. My New York life agent stands 10 feet high with me. Ask your New York life agent. He has the answers for you.
There's your final score. 20-17. Dave Dials and Chris Schenkel will run down all the other big games that have been played across the country today, and there were many. Our most valuable players for USC, tailback Marcus Allen. For UCLA, Freeman McNeil, the tailback. Both universities will receive from Chevrolet $1,000 in the names of those players for their general scholarship fund. And here is the play that won the ball game for the UCLA Bruins.
Straight at number 7 is back to pass, and he's going to throw the ball over on the left side. Now watch, this year number 40 had a chance to intercept it. Watch it go through his hands. Number 40 is going to jump right there. The ball goes through his hands, and then Freeman McNeil, with great athletic ability, juggles the ball, finally controls it. 49 Smith could not help on the play. McNeil goes the rest of the distance for the winning touchdown on one of the most unbelievable plays I've seen this year.
Or any year.
Or any year. Let's watch it again. Straight up came into this ball game as a substitute. Strong arm youngster. Had an outstanding game. Throwing back to the left. Hoping that McNeil could catch the ball and maybe run for the touchdown. Trailing in the ball game. There it is from the end zone. You can see what a great athlete McNeil is to control the football. And then after the near interception, on clear sailing for the touchdown.
58 yards, an ultimate victory for the UCLA Bruins, and this man, head coach Terry Donahue. He's over there in front of the UCLA student section with the band talking to them. And so it is done in Los Angeles on this November 22. The executive producer of NCAA college football is Roone Arledge. Today's coverage of the USC-UCLA game produced by Chuck Howard. Directed by Andy Sedaris. Our technical director, John Allen. Our associate director, Ben Harvey. Research, Jerry Klein. Stats, Mike Swanson. Keith Jackson, Frank Broyles. We hope you've enjoyed the ball game today. Stay tuned next for the College Scoreboard Show with Chris Schenkel and Dave Dials and all the news of games around the country. Join us next week for NCAA college football as ABC Sports brings you national coverage of the Pittsburgh-Penn State game on Friday, November 28, 1 Eastern Time. Then on Saturday, doubleheader action begins at 12 Eastern with Miami of Florida versus Florida, plus 2 other regional games, followed by national coverage of the Army-Navy game at 3:45 Eastern. NCAA college football, USC-UCLA, has been brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis Brewers of Michelob. Put a little weekend in your week. And by the smokeless tobacco, Skoal, Copenhagen, and Happy Days, enjoyed by millions of guys for tobacco pleasure without smoking. Flip provided by Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Travel arrangements made through and promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United flies more people to Hawaii than any other airline. That's what friendly skies are all about. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports. Once again, our final score, UCLA 20, USC 17.
Raquel and Clint heat up this Sunday night. Starting at 8/7 Central and Mountain, it's Raquel. Better than ever, hotter than ever from Raquel with love. Then, Clint Eastwood is the enforcer. The dirtiest Harry of them all. Parental discretion is advised.
If you just arrived in town, no need to look. The desert is. You'll find the favorite side. The desert is the greatest stars you'll ever find. All right here where they always
me because it gets the best gas mileage of any car in America. Plus, my Toyota dealer saved me a ton. Plus... Whoa!
What are you going to do with all that money you saved?
I knew it. You only want me for my money.
What will you do with all the money you save?
Now, United California Bank is like a bank that never closes because we have two kinds of tellers. Friendly, helpful ones like me, and 24-hour automatic tellers. Now, in most branches, tellers like me work longer hours, while our day and night tellers are always open. And UCB has more 24-hour tellers than any other California bank. UCB, where we make banking more convenient for you. Just one more way we say. California, thanks for paying.
Underwear Uncovered, Saturday night at 7.
The scene is Columbus, Ohio. Michigan's Wangler hits Michigan's Carter. It's a touchdown. Ohio State loses 9-3. Oklahoma upsets Nebraska, so the picture for the Sun and the Orange Bowl clouded. And in a traditional showdown in the Ivy League, Yale beats Harvard, and Yale wins the undisputed title.
Details on this and more on today's college football scoreboard.
The College Football Scoreboard. Now from ABC Sports, New York, here's Chris Schenkel and Dave Dial.
And from China to the warmth of the New York studio and our colleague, Dave Dial.
Okay, I'm glad you're back. Maybe we can have some stability in the top 10. Georgia's number one right now, and Georgia will be number one for a week anyway. Georgia playing arch rival Georgia Tech next Saturday. Notre Dame did not have an easy day of it. 24-10, the Irish beating the Air Force Carter with a couple of touchdowns and 181 yards. Florida State, ranked number 3, has a 3-week hiatus. We'll take on Florida. You'll see it December the 6th. Oklahoma and Nebraska, the 9th and 4th ranked teams in the nation. Oklahoma the winner by a score of 21-17. It seems that Tom Osborne just can't beat Barry Switzer. We pick up the action in the first period. Jeff Quinn, the Nebraska quarterback from his 11, pitches back almost to the end zone to Jarvis Redwine, number 12. 89 yards, he goes for a touchdown. And here points the finger, taunting an Oklahoma player. But in the second period, with Nebraska leading 10-0, the Oklahoma quarterback, J.C. Watts, he scores for a touchdown. The extra point is good. Nebraska's lead is 10-7. Now Oklahoma's quarterback, J.C. Watts, pitches to Winters. He goes left in, dives for the touchdown. Oklahoma leads by a score of 14-10. Jeff Quinn again now in the fourth period. He sneaks over for a Nebraska touchdown. The extra point is good, and Nebraska's out in front, 17-14, but less than a minute to play. Buster Rhymes goes over for the right side for a touchdown. The extra point is good, and Oklahoma beats Nebraska. Now Oklahoma does not necessarily go to the Orange Bowl. The Sooners have to beat Oklahoma State next week, so the Orange and the Sun are up in the air. Now to Michigan and Ohio State at Columbus, Ohio. Michigan the winner. The score in that was 9-3. The two teams traded field goals in the second period. The winning touchdown came on a pass from number 5, John Wangler, 13 yards out. He hits Anthony Carter, number 1, surely one of the best receivers in the country. It's a Michigan touchdown, and that's the way it wound up. Michigan 9-3, so the Wolverines go to the Rose Bowl, and Ohio State goes to the Fiesta Bowl. Number 6, Pitt will play number 7, Penn State. You'll see that Friday right here on ABC. And the 8th-ranked team, Alabama, is idle until the Tide meets Auburn next Saturday, and we'll be right back.
Join us tomorrow for College Football 80. You'll see the following games. Check local listings for the time in your area.